Assalamu alaikum to dear session chair and co-chair. Myself Muhammad Abdullah Ansari from Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. Myself presenting my paper which is on the topic of performance and assessment of unipolar control technique based cascaded edge bridge multi-level inverter. The contents are introduction, description of proposed topology, performance analysis, then results, conclusion, and finally references. Introduction. Due to the rapid rate of exhaustion of conventional resources, renewable energy resources are being extensively explored all over the world. The conventional resources like fossil fuels are present in limited amount inside the earth's crust. So the alternate source of energy like solar, wind are highly explored for the future generation. But the main hurdle in their utilization is that they are intermittent in nature, which means they are not available throughout the year, throughout the region, and throughout the day. And the second hurdle is that they are DC in nature, which means their usage is limited. Hence, to solve this problem, power electronic inverters have come. Their job is to convert DC to AC of suitable value. Conventional inverters like two-level inverters are inefficient as they produce high value of harmonics along with the useful active power. Multi-level inverters which produce 3 or more than 3 output waveforms, output voltage levels are being highly explored for improving output voltage, output power as well as efficiency. Their field of application includes HVDC, FACTS, and many more. MLIs or multi-level inverters achieve desired output voltage by cascading values obtained from adding the values of DC sources by the use of power electronic switches like IGBT, MOSFET, IGCTs, etc. The main concept is that the higher the number of output voltage levels, lower is the value of THD, and hence better is the performance of inverter. In the figure below, you can see that a typical MLI output waveform having 9 level, which is closer towards the sinusoidal waveform which is desired in case of ideal inverter. Coming towards description, each unit of CHP topology consists of one DC source along with 4 power electronic switches. And as you can see in the figure below that each unit is connected to other unit in cascaded manner in order to amplify the voltage obtained at each unit. That is, VA will be the sum of all the voltage obtained at the output of each cell, and each cell is responsible for producing 3 voltage levels: plus VDC, minus VDC, and 0. Coming towards the proposed topology, each unit consists of 2 DC. The proposed topology consists of 2 isolated DC sources which are responsible for producing 5 voltage levels at the output, and it is clear that VA is equal to V1 plus V2. Coming towards the switching sequence, the table shows the values obtained at the output by using corresponding switches S1 to S8, and the third state is highlighted in order to show it in the next slide. So this is the third state in which the load voltage obtained is VDC2, which means the value of VDC1 from the upper cell is ignored by using both same switches at the same level, that is S1 S3, or alternatively S2 or S4. But in the lower cell you can see that S5 and S6 switches are turned on, which means when diagonal switches are turned on, the voltage from the input side will be included, and alternatively, if the off diagonal switches are turned on like S7, S8 or S3, S4, the output voltage obtained will contain the negative of the input DC source. Coming towards control scheme, proper switching scheme is required for obtaining staircased waveform at the output. In this paper, we are using sinusoidal pulse width modulation, in which high frequency triangular carrier signals are compared with sinusoidal reference signal having power frequency of 50 Hz. One point worth mentioning is that the ratio of amplitude of reference signal to that carrier signal is important, which is defined as amplitude modulation index. And in this paper, we are changing the value of amplitude modulation index, and correspondingly the value of voltage waveform will change, and we will be analyzing the different performance parameters corresponding to each value of amplitude modulation index. These are the circuit parameters. Frequency of triangular carrier signal is 5000 Hz. Reference signal is 50 Hz. The voltage sources are taken as equal value which with 100 volt each. The switches are taken as IGBT switches, which equal to total number of switches equal to 8, and on state resistance is equal to 1 milliohm. The load is taken as 10 ohm and 20 millihenry. Performance analysis. Following parameters are considered for analysis. First one is output voltage transferred to load. Second is efficiency of inverter, which is the ratio of active power at the output to the input power delivered. Third is total harmonic distortion, which is the presence of other frequency components along with the fundamental component, which are undesirable and which needs to be removed. Fourth one is switching stress, which is equal to the product of peak value of current and peak value of voltage across each switch, and the cumulative value is added in order to get the total switching stress. Fifth is power loss, which is equal to the subtraction of active output power from input power delivered. The results are, this is the 5 level waveform corresponding to amplitude modulation index of 0.95. Coming towards the performance parameters, first one is output voltage transferred to load, and as you can see, as the value of MA increases from 0.1 to 0.95, the fundamental component of output voltage also increases, which is obvious from the fact that as the value of amplitude of sinusoidal reference signal inches towards the carrier signal, the output voltage will close towards more sinusoidal waveform, and which indicates that the fundamental component will obviously increase, which is clear from the figure, from the graph. Second is efficiency. Efficiency also increases because the fundamental component of voltage is increasing, and active power is equal to Vrms times Irms times power factor, which means as the fundamental component of voltage and current will increase, the power will also increase, which means the efficiency will also increase, and here power factor will remain constant because the load is constant. Third is THD, total harmonic distortion, and it is obvious that the fundamental component will increase, which results in decrease in the undesirable components, and hence THD will decrease. Fourth is switching stress. Switching stress, as I told earlier, that it is a product of peak value of voltage and current, which means as the peak value of both voltage and current will increase, the product will increase, and ultimately the cumulative value will also increase, and hence which is evident from the graph. The last is power loss. Power loss is increasing because of the fact that the current across each switch is also increasing, and the power loss which which is only coming from the switches side. There is no any other component which is consuming the power, which means either it is conduction loss or it is switching loss. And switching loss will also change according to the value of current and voltage, but more prominently the value of conduction loss will increase because I square R loss will increase. And as I told in the circuit parameter that the value of on state resistance is considered, which means I square R loss will increase. Hence it is visible from the graph that is that it increases. Coming towards the conclusion, in this paper we performed simulation based study of single phase CHP topology, which is being fed by two isolated DC source of 100 volt each. RL load was considered because it it is more common in day to day usage like induction motors, fan, coolers, etc. Various performance parameters were taken into consideration like RMS value of output voltage, TSD, switching loss, switching stress, and efficiency, and their behavior were analyzed with under modulation range of MA, which means MA is less than 1. And this topology can be expanded for solar photovoltaic applications. And finally, the simulation was done in MATLAB and Simulink. Here are the references. Thank you.